For you youngins out there without gray hair and 3 dozen dead friends, Squirrel is a company that was started in 2012 with the goal of producing one wingsuit for base jumping. The idea back then was that we needed a wingsuit that did what we wanted to do in the mountains, and we felt like the best way to do that was to make it ourselves. Holy cow, what a trip it's been. So that first suit we named the Colugo. And now more than 10 years later, the Colugo has been retired simply because it's kind of been crowded out of the base jumping part of our range. It's been sort of pinched in between other suits like the Sea Race and the Sea Base and the Aura and the Corvid. And so what I wanted to talk about briefly was the options that you have for wingsuit base in the top of our wingsuit range. The two most popular suits in our range right now are the Aura and Corvid series, and they both perform quite similarly despite really distinct design differences. The Corvid series has less arm sweep, meaning that the arms are in a naturally higher position. This makes the stall speed a little lower, which can translate to a shorter start arc, because a start is essentially a controlled recovery from a stall. And the cost to those arms being slightly higher, or that reduced sweep, is a bit less top speed. So the Corvid series has been a favorite of jumpers who prioritize short starts and low stall speeds. For example, maybe you like to wingsuit base in Moab, or you really enjoy short start alpine jumps, or you just appreciate the feeling of being able to flare into a high angle of attack with a low sink rate and a low speed condition for your deployments. Basically, it does what it says on the can if you read the description on our website. And over the past few years, it's been shaped by feedback from our team and customers. So if you're choosing your first big suit for wingsuit base, then the Corvid series will probably not disappoint you. The Aura series has been around a lot longer, for over 10 years now. We've gotten a lot of feedback on this suit over the years, and its evolutions have followed that feedback more or less directly. Since 2013, the Aura design pendulum has swung back and forth a bit from the original, which was a highly base comfort focused design with a stretchy leading edge and a roomy fit, up to about the Aura 3, which was designed during the Red Bull Aces epic, during which we were super hyped up on speed. And then the Aura 4 kind of got a bit too close to the Corvid, and the Aura 5 has found what we think is a very nice balance that quite a few of our most experienced team pilots have called the best wingsuit I've ever flown. It's pretty nice to hear, and we intend to maintain the current character of the suit as we move forward through the next versions. One analogy that I like to explain to people, which is a little bit too exaggerated, but it helps to visualize it, is that you've got a 4x4 and a race car on opposite ends of the spectrum. And that's definitely an exaggeration because neither of the suits are a 4x4 or a race car. So imagine that if there's the 4x4 and the race car on opposite ends, and then there's right in the middle, the two suits are pretty close to the middle of both, but the Corvid is definitely more on the 4x4 side, and the Aura is definitely more on the race car side. So ask yourself, what type of flying you're more into? Is it a little bit more 4x4 style, or is it a little bit more race car style, and where you like to jump? If you're doing a lot of stuff in the Western US or the Southwest in particular, the Corvid's kind of a no-brainer, right? Like you get slightly shorter starts with it. You get a little bit lower stall speed, which helps for the end of the jump, trying to disconnect from terrain. And if you're jumping mainly in Europe without a lot of really short starts in alpine conditions, the Aura is probably a better call. That's what I would choose if I were going to the Alps. So it's kind of about your goals, it's about where you fly most, and it's about how you identify in your flying, what your priorities are. Both suits are available in two different light versions, the normal Cloud Light and the Alpinist Super Light. Both suits come with mega storage. We definitely recommend base soles. And yeah, let us know when you have questions.